This Saturn here has some horrible paint, all scratched up in the hood. If you can tell, yeah, you can see all the scratches right there. We got cat prints from the stray cats in the neighborhood. It is filthy. Same over here. It's been a daily driver. Now it's time to spend the time to clean it up. Let's see how we can make it. Starting off with just some regular Dawn dish soap. Now you're not supposed to use this on good paint. We're using it now because if there's any waxes or any hard to get off material in the paint, this will break it down. But it will break down freshly waxed or coated, so you don't want to put it on good quality paint. Car is all wetted down and clean. Now we just gotta dry it. So taking my drying towel here. Now wet paint really tells a story. Paint can look really shiny under wet paint, but once dry, all of a sudden go back to that dull color that this car has. And let's get a good before and after for you. And my theory is, if the paint can look good wet, that means it could be polished and buffed enough to look good dry once again. And after this side fully dried, after I wiped it down, big difference. Dull, scratched, but this is shiny and glossy. I think we can get that looking more like that side. All right, brought the Saturn into the garage and just did a little test spot. Right here, you can see shiny. Compared to everything else is still dull. Now there's still the scratches in it. Holding up my light to it. I got a majority of it out, but more importantly to me, I brought the shine back. Got my polisher here and two different pads. One is more aggressive than the other. I believe this is the more aggressive one. I never could remember, so I'm just assuming this is the more aggressive one. This is a white one. And then I got two compounds. So this is more aggressive, this is less aggressive. Always start less aggressive, because if you need to go more aggressive, you can. But if you go too aggressive and you burn through the paint, then you got a problem. Here's another shot of it. It's shiny, matches this again. I still need to wipe it off a little bit better than that. But we still have scratches in it, so we could try going to this next step and get out more of those scratches. However, my biggest concern is just getting the shine back. I'm not going to be able to get all the scratches out. There's just too many in here. So we got to take what we can. So we're going to go with this one using less aggressive of a cut. Just dab a little bit here and there. And we just do little sections at a time. before and after. This side, glossy. This side is just faded and not good. So, decent progress actually. Looks pretty good. It's going to give it a lot of that shine back that it's been missing for a while now. Still some scratches, especially up here. There's a lot of stuff going on right up here. Some marks in the paint. I think I'm going to try doing a quick pass with the Ultra Cut compound, the more aggressive one, and see if that takes it out. Did a quick pass with the Ultra Cut and then went over again with the Ultra Finishing polish. Much better. It got out, I'd say 80% of the scratches that were right here. Much better. We still have some scratches, but this area that I focused looks so much better. So that's going to be the move. That means this hood at least has enough paint to handle an Ultra Cut and then a polish on top of it. So we're going to do that for the rest of the hood. And last but not least, we're just going to spray it down with some spray wax. And this will help protect everything that we just did. So brand new cloth. I just smooth it in. Went around, did all the other body panels, and the Saturn is shining. It is nice and glossy again. It still has some marks that are just into the clear coat, and a lot of scratches too that are paint scratches, stuff I'm not going to be able to fix, like right there. So the negative of buffing and polishing is you get all the fine scratches, but then it really shows the deeper ones. But it's a trade-off. And overall, it's glossy now. Looks good everywhere. Even did the roof and the back. It's glossy, so let's bring it out into the sunlight. Starting off with the back first. The trunk looks a little bit better, but it really enhanced the deep scratches. And man, there are some deep scratches all over this. But it's glossy. Everywhere else was pretty glossy. It was really the hood and the roof that was the worst spot. Roof came out great. And in the direct sunlight right now, you can see there's some metallic coming back in the paint. Overall, looking pretty good. And the Saturn is shining once again after a couple hours of work. Some buffing, some polishing, a little spray wax at the end, and we are good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.